Hola chicos, soy señorita Schaefer y hoy vamos a hablar de la gramática de capítulo 6a y vamos a hablar de superlatives. La información aquí está en página 280, entonces si quieres leer más puedes hacerlo allá. The big question for today is how do I use superlatives in Spanish and what are they? Okay, so we can actually go ahead and write that down at the top of your paper, please. And if you don't know what a superlative is, we can go ahead and write that down. The word super kind of helps remind me. And superlatives are when you are saying that something is the best or the worst or the most or the least. So we learned earlier this chapter how to say that something is more or less. And now we're going to say that it's the best or the worst or the most something or the least something. The superlative is the thing that is the most that way. Alright, so today we're going to use two equations as we learn. And the first one, go ahead and write this down please, is to say that something is the most or the least plus an adjective. So you'll remember your definite articles are el, la, los, and las, the. And then we need the noun, the item, and then more or less, and then your adjective. So, for example, we might say, la foto de mi familia, the picture of my family, is. And then we're going to need to say, the possession most important for me. So, we're going to use, the noun is posesión. So we'll say la, because that's a feminine noun. La posesión. And then if we want to say most, we'll use más. Más. And then we need our adjective. So if we want to say important, say más importante para mí. The photo of my family is. And here we have our equation that we talked about. The is our definite article. Possession is our noun. Most importante is our adjective. The possession most important for me. Let's go ahead and do one more example. My best friend's name is Mandy. Let's say Mandy is the nicest friend. So we'll say let's use black. Red hurts my eyes. Mandy is. And then we'll need to follow our equation again. So she's a female, so we'll say es la amiga. It's our our definite article and our noun. And then we'll say most simpática. Most nice, the nicest. Simpática agrees with amiga. It's feminine and singular. I'd like it if right now you would just go ahead and pause this video and write one equation of your own using definite article plus noun plus más o menos plus adjective. Please make sure that your adjective agrees with your noun, as does your definite article, and try writing one sentence of your own. We'll go over those in class together. The second equation that we're going to work with today is to say that something is the best or the worst. And this one's a little bit shorter. We only have three things. So we're going to use the definite article, and it must match with this noun here. And then we'll use mejor for best, or peor for worst, and then our noun. So, for example, we might say rojo y azul, red and blue, son. So red and blue are. And what we're going to say here is the best colors for my room. So we need to say the, and it needs to go with colors. So we'll say los colores, and then in between we need to choose if we're going to use best or worst. Now remember, this must agree with the noun. So we're going to use the plural form. son los mejores colores para mi dormitorio. Okay, we could also say las cortinas amarillas, the yellow curtains, son las peores cortinas. The yellow curtains, and then we'll use our equation, are the worst curtains. I'd like for you to please pause the video right now and go ahead and write down one sentence of your own using this equation. So coming back to our question for the day, we answered what are superlatives, right? That's when we say the most, the least, the best, or the worst. But we also learned about how to use them. So as your answer to this question, I'd like for you to please write down your two equations. The first one is to say the most or the least. And we'll use our definite article plus noun plus más or menos plus the adjective that you want to use to compare them. The other one that we learned is for best or worst. And we learned that you'll once again use your definite article and then mejor, mejores, or peor, peores, plus your noun. If you have any questions at all about this, please go ahead and write them down so that you can remember to ask me in class, but we're going to be practicing with these together. Gracias y adiós.